Hello and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an amazing day so far. So today I filmed my go-to fall makeup look. I love that I can finally wear some darker colors. I love this lip like so much. So if you want to see how I got this look and how you can recreate it yourself, then just keep on watching. So we're going to be starting off with a primer so that way our makeup lasts all day long and goes on nice and smooth. This has been one of my favorite primers for probably years and years now. So it is the Makeup Forever primer and this is the hydrating one. I really like that this is hydrating. That way if it's like the middle of the day or I just haven't put on moisturizer recently, this gives my skin a little boost of hydration and helps my makeup go on really smooth. And then I also always like to take a little bit on my ring fingers and pat it underneath my eyes. So that way my concealer can go on nice and smooth as well. Moving on to foundation. This has also been one of my favorite foundations for a very long time. This is the Clinique Stay Matte Oil-Free Makeup, and I just feel like it gives me the perfect amount of coverage, something kind of in the middle. And I am in the shade 9 Neutral. I'm gonna be applying that with a wet Real Techniques sponge. I'm also going to be rubbing a little bit down my neck. Now for concealer, I'm gonna be using two different shades of the same product. So this is the Becca Aqua Luminous Concealer. This concealer is pretty much the only thing I've been using for the past few months. Recently I haven't been able to handle like super thick products. So I really like this because it feels really lightweight, but it still gives you a pretty decent coverage. So I'm gonna start off with the shade Light because this is the shade that most closely matches my skin. And I'm gonna be using this just to cover up any spots on my face first. And I also get a lot of redness around my nose, so I like to put some there as well. I'm gonna blend that out with the sponge. Then I'm gonna go in with my lighter shade of the concealer, which is the shade Fair, and I'm gonna use this to highlight like under my eyes and down the bridge of my nose and all of that fun stuff. And then I'm also going to be blending that in with the sponge. Now that that's all blended, we are going to set everything. So taking that same sponge and my Laura Mercier powder, I'm going to be packing this underneath my eyes. And then I'm just going to be leaving that on for a minute while I set the rest of my face. So now I'm going to be taking the MAC Studio Fix powder and I'm in the shade NW25 and just a big fluffy brush and I'm going to be setting the rest of my face. Then taking a Real Techniques setting brush, I'm just gonna wipe away any excess powder underneath my eyes. For blush today, I'm gonna be using my Clinique blush in Sunset Glow. Very pretty color. I'm gonna be applying that with my Real Techniques blush brush. Little tap in the middle of the nose. Bronzer today, you guys probably already know what I'm gonna be using. My favorite bronzer, which is really sadly almost gone. The NARS Laguna. I really need to pick up another one of these because I cannot not have this bronzer. Then I'm gonna be applying that with my Japanesque contour and highlight brush. This is the best for bronzer because it's so tapered. So I'm gonna start off by contouring my cheeks. Then I'm gonna be going in like a 3 shape around the outside of my face, keeping it close to the hairline up top. Then I'm gonna be taking my MAC 224 brush and that same bronzer, and I'm going to first just apply a little bit underneath my bottom lip to make it look a little bit more pouty. Then I'm also going to be running it down the sides of my nose. Giving myself a little nose contour. I like using this brush to do my nose because since it is so nice and fluffy, nothing looks too harsh. For highlight today, I'm gonna be using my Smashbox fan brush and my Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. I will show you the highlight, but it is crushed. I mean, it is pure powder, but it's still so pretty, so I obviously still have to use it. A little bit on the tip of the nose, and a little bit on my upper lip, on the Cupid's bow. Now that we are glowed up, it is officially time to move on to the eyes. So I'm gonna start with some eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna be using the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. So I'm just gonna be putting a little bit on my finger and applying it that way. I literally have a dog hair on my eyeball. Okay. Got it. Ain't nobody got time for dog hair on their eyeball, okay? So for eyeshadow today, I'm gonna be using shades from this Lorac Pro 3 palette. So here's what the palette looks like. The shades are beautiful, and I love that this has so many perfect shades for fall, so I can just use this one palette and get the entire eye look that I'm going for. So first I'm gonna be taking my MAC 224 brush and going into the shade Clay right here. This is a really, really nice transition shade, so just gonna be putting that all along my crease. As you can see, these shadows have like instant color payoff, which is really nice because you don't have to dip into the eyeshadow palette a million times. So that looks pretty good to me. I'm now going to work to darken it up with using dark brown. And I'm just gonna keep this a little bit more concentrated in the crease, not taking it as high up. And then I'm also just going to be taking whatever is left on the brush and putting it in the outer V. Now I'm going to be taking this little Real Technique shading brush, and I'm going to be going into this gorgeous purple color, which is Amethyst. And I'm just going to be putting this all over my lid. Now I'm going to be taking this Real Techniques fine liner brush. I know this is like meant for eyeliner, but sometimes I like to use it for shadow underneath my eyes just because it is so precise. So I'm going to be going in with that dark brown color and bringing that underneath my eyes. Now just using my finger, I'm going to go in with this white shade here, Blanc. I'm going to be putting a little bit underneath my brow bone and also on the inner corner of my eyes. So obviously I have not done my eyebrows yet, but this is just kind of going to be highlighting them. For finishing touch on the eyeshadow, I'm gonna go back in with the shading brush and this really pretty color here, Rose Bronze, which is more of a shimmery shade, and I'm going to be putting that right on top of the amethyst color. So just right on the lids. Oh, so pretty. I love the way this shadow looks over that purple color. All right, so eyeshadow is officially done. I really, really love the combination of these colors, and of course, just think that it is like so perfect for fall. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit of eyeliner using the tattoo liner from Kat Von D. Give it a little shake. There's like this one piece of felt out of place. Can you guys see that on this eyeliner? And it's making me really nervous that it's just gonna like leave some stray line on my eyes. Please, let's not have that happen. So I'm gonna do just a little wing, nothing too crazy. It's always a good day when you can put on eyeliner without a hitch. All right. Eyeliner done, time for mascara. I'm gonna be using my favorite mascara, the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. This stuff is so good and is so reasonably priced. So if you're in the market for a new mascara, highly, highly recommend this one. All right, time for eyebrows. I know a lot of people like to do their eyebrows first, but for me, I like to do it last, like final step besides like lipstick. I don't know why, I just feel like I can't do my eyebrows first without having the rest of my face done for like reference. I also find it really hard to put on like foundation if I already have my eyebrows done, because I feel like when I put on foundation, I'm just like blah, 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 just like throw it on my face. But I feel like if I already have my eyebrows done, I would have to be like way more precise and slow with it, which I'm not about. So I always save my eyebrows for last. Where's my brush? There it is. So for eyebrows today, I'm gonna be using my Benefit eyebrow brush. One side has a little angled eyebrow brush and then the other side has a spoolie. So it's super nice, kind of 2-in-1 tool. And then for product, I'm gonna be using the Benefit the Benefit Foolproof brow powder. And I use shade number 3. So for those of you who have not used this product before, it's really cool because it comes with 2 shades. So you use the lighter shade in the inner half of your eyebrows and then you use the darker shade for like the outer half of your eyebrows. So it just makes it look really natural. And at first I was kind of scared because the shades do look pretty different in here, but when you actually have it on your face, you can't really tell. They just blend together really, really well. So first I'm just going to be using the spoolie end of this Benefit brush and brushing my eyebrow hairs up. And then I always like to start with the lighter shade first, so starting kind of like the inner part of my eye and then working my way out. So I'm just going to be using some small hair-like strokes and slowly filling in my brow. I feel like the really nice thing about using a powder is that it's a bit more forgiving. So if you mess up, you can easily just like brush the powder away. I always think it's really scary when I'm like first done putting on the powder, but then as soon as I use the spoolie after, it like all comes together and looks much better. So now I'm just going to be brushing it out. And there we go. I feel like my brows already look so much more like natural. All right, time for the lips, which is probably like my favorite part of doing makeup in the fall because I just feel like it's much more acceptable to reach for those like darker shades. So this is the Clinique lipstick in Black Honey and it looks so dark, but let me show you what it looks like when you actually put it on. It's not this dark. Not quite as black looking as it looks in here, but it's still just a really, really gorgeous shade for fall. And I like that the applicator is pretty small, so it's easier to precisely put it on your lips. So there you have it. This is the finished look for fall. I really love this makeup look and these tones. Not only for the fall, I feel like this would be something that I could easily wear throughout the winter as well, just because it has some of those darker shades. So I hope that you guys love this look. If you want to see some more videos from me, then please take a second to subscribe just by hitting that red subscribe button. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!